Breaking news today. Due to her political views, Anna Netrebko was fired from her role at the Metropolitan Opera. Russian soprano Anna Netrebko has filed a lawsuit against the Metropolitan Opera, claiming that she is owed at least $360,000 because the opera dropped her after the Russian invasion of Ukraine. After publicly supporting Vladimir V Putin, the Russian president, in the years leading up to the invasion, Netrebko was fired from the Metropolitan Opera last year for refusing to denounce him. She claims in the complaint that the Met has treated her unfairly because of her Russian nationality, that it has made defamatory statements about her in the media, and that it has failed to pay her for work that was never completed. Their claims were denied by the Met. The company issued a statement saying, "Ms. Netrebko's lawsuit has no merit." Recently, Netrebko has been vocal about her displeasure with the Met, going so far as to file a complaint with the Opera Performers Union, the American Guild of Musical Artists. The arbitrator in that case ruled in February that the Met owed her over $200,000 for 13 cancelled performances due to a clause in the contract known as pay or play, which stipulates that the institution must pay the performer even if it decides not to engage them. Ms. Netrebko's refusal to comply with the Met's demand that she denounce Mr. Putin, the Met argued, violated its conduct clause, and therefore she was not entitled to payment. Ms. Netrebko had requested an additional $400,000 in fees for engagements in future seasons that had been discussed but not formally agreed upon, such as leading roles in Puccini's Manon Lescaut, and Tosca, Verdi's Macbeth, and Tchaikovsky's The Queen of Spades. Ms. Netrebko was paid the approximately $15,000 per performance that the Met pays its top artists at the moment. Ms. Netrebko claimed in a complaint she filed on Friday that the Met still owed her compensation for emotional distress and damage to her reputation in addition to the majority of the additional fees she had been promised. The complaint states that the Met and its general manager Peter Gelb are leading a defamatory crusade against Ms. Netrebko in the media. According to the complaint, Mr. Gelb called her and asked her to publicly denounce Mr. Putin even after she publicly stated her opposition to the war. Gelb indicated that if Netrebko issued such a statement, the Met would continue its relationship with her, the lawsuit reads. According to the article, Netrebko responded that, as a Russian citizen, she could not make such a statement. This lawsuit is Netrebko's latest attempt to repair her reputation as a leading Hollywood actress. Netrebko continues to perform frequently all over the world, especially in Europe. Since the invasion, however, she has had to cancel performances in other countries, including the United States and parts of Asia, due to protests and backlash from locals. She has had a hard time moving past allegations of her prior support for Putin. She has consistently praised him and endorsed him for president in 2012. And in 2014, she was photographed holding a separatist flag after making a donation to a theater in Donetsk, a war-torn Ukrainian city under the control of pro-Russian separatists. Since the invasion, Ms. Netrebko has been at pains to distance herself from Putin, claiming that the two have only met on a handful of occasions. The Met has severed ties with Anna Netrebko and other artists who have expressed support for Vladimir Putin, and Mr. Gelb has defended the Met's decision. Early this year, he said, "Until the war is won by Ukraine, it is more important than ever that our position does not change." Lawmakers in Russia have assured Putin that he will drive Ladas, Volgas, and Moskviches. It has been reported by Russia's State Duma that they agree with Vladimir Putin's decision to require all government officials to drive domestic vehicles. Press service of the Russian Federation State Duma cites a statement by State Duma Chairman Vyacheslav Volodin as their basis. Specifics. Putin's decision was supported by all lawmakers during the meeting. According to Volodin, they compromised on purchasing domestically made vehicles like the Moskvich, Lada, and Urus. State Duma representatives are planning to press for the release of the Volga car, according to Volodin. The use of foreign vehicles, he says, will cease as of September. Previously, Putin demanded changes to Russian law on Thursday to ensure that all government agencies and officials in the country must use domestically produced vehicles. Background. According to Putin's own luxurious palace near Gelendzhik, which was discovered by Alexei Navalny's team, the Russian president's hidden wealth was the subject of articles in several different publications. Ukrainska Pravda is the best source for breaking news and analysis on the conflict in Ukraine. Join our Patreon and show your support by following us on Twitter.